Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda, the taste of Bermuda.
Coming up on Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda, we take a fresh look at a burgeoning four-season facility in southern New England, the Preserve in Wyoming, Rhode Island. Welcome to Golf Destination. I'm your host, Meredith Gorman. If you've been a fan of the show, you know about the Preserve in Rhode Island. Let's take a visit as the property continues to grow.
The Preserve's really a special property, and we're very proud of everything that we have here. And one of the newest elements of the Preserve is our new range, and I'm very excited about it. It's 50,000 square feet. There isn't anything else like it in the country. We have 150 yards indoor and underground, and the wonderful thing about it is we have an automated retrieval system, which nobody else has in the country, with anything that's of this length. We didn't spare any expense here. I mean, we wanted to have the finest shooting facility in the country, and I believe that we've achieved that. One of the things that was important to me as a sportsman was to bring my expertise in the construction development field into what we're doing, because I think people love quality. So this 50,000 square foot structure was very well planned out. We put in the E6 Golf, True Golf software, which allows our golf players to come here and use a golf simulator. One of the other things, we have the range and we have sporting clays. We try to create indoor and outdoor activities that you can do that are so very similar. So we have the FATS training system, which is the Mega Firearms Tactical Training System, which allows people to use simulators inside that show active shooter training, and that's pretty exciting. So along with our sporting shop and our range, we've also started the Preserve Academy, and we've done that along with Bob Cardenti from Armed and Ready. He is one of the highest rated NRA instructors and has a wonderful CV in the region. So we actually partnered with Bob to help kick off our academy. So we do things like active shooter training, 33 state carry permits, woman awareness, children awareness, gun safety, all the way from beginning safety to tactical and active shooter training. One of the really wonderful other elements that we have at the Preserve is our lounges. And what we really wanted to do here and create was truly a country club. The amenities here, we've done such a wonderful job. Marie Simone from Live Interior has appointed this place as nicely as possible. Everything that she chose, from the taxidermy that we chose, there's millions of dollars in hunts in this room and lots of stories, to the leather, to the chairs that I'm sitting in. I couldn't be more proud of the result. I mean, it's come out quite stunning. We just continue to grow. The Preserve family continues to grow. The membership is doing wonderfully right now. The property and the new plans are taking shape for what we're going to be doing in the fall and in the spring. Our new tents are all set up, which is wonderful. Our yurts are going in right now, and it's coming together one piece at a time. So I'm excited to see what this season holds.
The golf course is just one of the activities at the Preserve. It's a lifestyle, and part of that lifestyle is hunting and sport clays.
We're going to drop some shells in, brass to the back.
I was not comfortable with guns when I first became a member here. I didn't have the knowledge around how to use them and how much fun they could be if done properly and safely.
You have no idea how good or bad you are when you first start. So to get a benchmark of where you're starting from and then to get better, it's really fun, and you get competitive with yourself and you feel good.
When I came here, I received one-on-one instruction, first about gun safety specifically. There are classroom style instruction, and then there's outdoor instruction.
Richard, the instructor, he walks you through everything before the gun's even in your hand, and then while you're shooting with him.
I learned how to properly use a gun, hold a gun, and then once I learned that, we started having a little bit more fun, and I was able to start shooting some clays and some birds. And the feeling when you see your target and you actually hit it, you know, you look at your instructor and high five because you did it and you did it the right way.
The range is just another activity that I'll have at my fingertips. There's archery, golf simulation, as well as target shooting, and it's beautiful. I walked in yesterday and the stonework, you gasp as if it's a spa perhaps, and then you go in the back and it's just this incredible range, and the length is outrageous, and I'm looking forward to seeing what my target's like. It's really a 4-season sporting retreat. So anything that you think of that you want to do outdoors, the Preserve has it. And it's a combination of beautiful grounds, rolling hills, golf courses, everything that the natural landscape has to offer, combined with the luxury of being at a private club and having one-on-one instruction, one-on-one service, and anything customized to your needs of the day.
Up next, we go on the hunt as the Preserve's staff and members enjoy the great outdoors on their massive property. Welcome back to Golf Destination. I'm Meredith Gorman. Enjoying the great outdoors with friends and fellow members is a big part of the Preserve's experience. We recently followed a hunt on their massive property.
First time, right? This is your first time? Okay.
We just wrapped up a continental hunt here at the Preserve in Richmond, Rhode Island.
It was a pretty cool day. We had 12 stations and we rotated around. I think I was most impressed with the variability in the shooting. All the different angles, the different heights, the different ranges, where the birds came from. You know, being able to mix up your shooting in a few hours, that's pretty impressive.
It's my first time here, and it's been an absolute pleasure. The landscape is absolutely beautiful. Everyone here is very nice, you know, very accommodating. It's been a wonderful day.
Unbelievable to me that here in southern Rhode Island, there could be 1,000 undisturbed natural acres that we could go out and experience a European hunt like this.
You know, what makes it so unique here is the topography we have. You know, it's pretty diverse for this area, New England, East Coast, and it allows us to do a lot of different hunting options here on site. The high tower hunts being one of the most sought after. This is the 4th one we've done this year.
Best experience I've had so far, and I've been a member since the property was purchased. Every time seems to get better and better. I was really impressed by the breakfast, and so far the lunch has been outstanding. Chef Fritz is knocking it out of the park.
The accommodations, the breakfast, the meals, the course, the dogs, the handlers, everything has been thought through thoroughly, so there's nothing you need to do but concentrate on your shooting.
Bunch of great guys. Everybody was just so nice.
One of the biggest pleasures at any hunt is to watch the dogs work.
What makes it really cool is that there's dogs with you and there's handlers with the dogs, and every dog kind of retrieves differently. All the handlers kind of help you and assist where the birds are coming from.
The dogs and the handlers are key to the day. Without them, we wouldn't be able to have hunts quite like this. Their part here is intricate, you know, between being the guides for each individual, for each peg, and then, you know, also cleaning up and doing their part to keep everything clean and bring the birds back with us.
The people here have thought of everything you might need to enjoy your day. The amenities, the grounds, the conditions, the fact that you're in the middle of the woods in a small state like this, you kind of forget where you are.
It's a beautiful day. The shoot was fantastic. The organization was unbelievable.
It is exhilarating. It is a really, really good sport, and you know we're eating the birds that we harvest, and they're going to good use.
I would absolutely encourage anybody to come to the Preserve. It's a fabulous place. I mean, nothing has been overlooked, and you'll enjoy every minute of being here.
Our team and staff work so hard to make the experience as enjoyable as it could possibly be. And we couldn't be happier. You know, we're striving to be the best sporting facility in the nation, not just in New England. We want to have the best elements so that everybody can have the best experience possible here at the Preserve.
Next, we speak with the professionals that teach gun safety, and we take a look at the golf course at the preserve. Welcome back, I'm Meredith Gorman. Safety and proper gun instruction is an important part of the preserve. Their highly trained professionals explain how.
Safety here is the first thing most of my customers ask when they come on board is it safe? And I've been to a lot of gun clubs, and I've never seen any gun club yet as safe as we are.
Well, I was on the state police for 25 years. I was a patrol commander there. I felt that my experience throughout law enforcement really tailored my skills and honed them in to where I'm good for the range.
I spent 32 years in law enforcement. I did 26 with the town of South Kingstown, and my last 6 years was with the chief of police in Charlestown. Quite honestly, I met Paul Mahalides a couple of years ago, and Eric Northup, some of the great people that work here, and as well as Paul's family. And I thought to myself, what a great opportunity for me to work in an environment that's family friendly, but yet it's exciting.
My experience with law enforcement actually makes me concentrate on the safety aspect of it, how people are going to handle weapons or firearms.
It's all about safety first. Okay, when it comes to weapons and guns, it's always about safety first. So, from the first time you shoot a weapon, that's what you learn, and that's going to carry on right till you come here at the preserve.
Most of our new members, we have to get a safety class. They get vetted with me first. We go out on the range a few times until they're comfortable. We'll do a little bit of bird shooting if they won't want to do that. And then we stay with them. Basically, nobody is on the preserve alone. They always have a guide with them at all times.
It's going to be a fun time for everyone and a great ultimate experience, but we also want someone to feel comfortable. If you never shot a gun before, we want you to feel comfortable. We want you to be intimidated. That's not where we're coming from. We want to create a very comfortable, relaxed atmosphere, but safe.
When we're in the indoor range, there's a procedure that we follow.
It's always about eyes, ears, safety on the range, first and foremost, before anything. Before we'll even let you in the door, it's going to be about safety.
In the retrieval system, we have in our target, the lanes, we have a system we purchased called the Megit system. It's a wireless target retrieval system.
Everything we do here is state of the art. Everything we do is top of the line. So we weren't going to skimp when it came to the equipment that was in this building.
We want to create a fun atmosphere, but we also want to create a safe atmosphere and enjoyable. I want them to have the ultimate experience.
We really want you to have fun, but we have to have the safety end of it right, first. Awesome, do it again.
Next, we look at the adaptable course that is the preserve in Wyoming, Rhode Island. Welcome back to Golf Destination. I'm Meredith Gorman. The preserve is so many things to so many people, but our interest is golf, so let's take a look at the course.
When I first showed up was a golf course that had been closed for 6 years. It was an 18-hole facility that was operating until 2007, but it was what you call fallow. The elements or the objectives that Paul wanted to have on this property, it made a lot of sense to consider a par 3 golf course. It really did. And we began to lay that out and to see if that fit, number one, and to see if we could get great golf holes out here. And we could, and we did. Every hole is different, number one. There's no two holes that, even though they're par 3s, that feel or look the same. So it's very visually engaging. Most of the holes play from up above down to a green, or down below up to a green. The elevation changes are dramatic, as you wouldn't think here in this part of Rhode Island, but they are here on this property, as you move from hole to hole. It's a par 3 golf course, so we want to create some drama on the greens. We weren't developing the golf course for this particular event, but lo and behold, we have some greens out here that are pretty exciting. To score, you're going to have to be on the right side of these greens. They're very undulating, so if you put a pin on the right and you're on the left, you're not going to make par. The excitement is going to be there on every hole. I can't even imagine the agita that's going to be in your gut on every tee as you stand there for $1 million, and to win the event too. There's some flexibility of the golf course in that we can lay out a 9-hole routing within the 18-hole par 3 course. Players can play the preserve as a 9-hole championship par 34 golf course. which includes par 4s, par 3s, and par 5s. The golf course has been laid out in such a way that you can play from one tee over a green to another fairway location that feeds you to the next hole. So the expansion and flexibility of the golf course is quite unique. One of my favorite holes on the golf course is number 8. The green complex on number 8 is 10,000 square feet with multiple pin locations. You can see the left side of the green, you can't see the right side of the green. It's hidden by natural rock outcroppings. It plays from high point to high point on the property. It's visually exciting. Number 8's a great golf hole. The 16th hole is long. It's about 215 yards. Plays over water. Small run up to the green. The green is very undulating with a bunch of different pockets on it. It's part of the end of your round, so we're trying to push some excitement into that ending part of the golf round. So 16 is very, very exciting. An 18-hole golf course, when you think about it, a lot of people have this vision of what that is, pitch and putt. This is the opposite of that. And we got the commitment from the beginning to execute what I thought, if we did it right, could be a championship, renowned national 18-hole golf course. And that's what we got.
Architect Robert McNeil turned the former 18-hole par 72 golf course into an interesting and challenging par 3 golf course. The preserve course also has the flexibility of adding several par 4s using the current layout, but we're going to concentrate on the par 3 18 holes. The first hole is a distance of 147 yards and starts you on the highest point of the golf course. Miss it left and you will have a difficult up and down. The second hole measures 179 yards and plays all downhill. The green is bisected with a large swale. Missing it left will put you in a bunker 15 feet below the putting surface. The third hole measures 165 yards and requires a shot over a lower pond. Don't be short and right or you'll find the sand or worse. The fourth hole is a 163-yard shot resting in a lower meadow. You could roll it on, but be wary of a small mitt bunker awaiting mishit shots. The fifth plays a little bit longer than the 150 yards suggest. The green has many pin locations, and don't be long, it won't be good. The sixth plays only 136 yards, but you need to hit the correct spot on the green as it slopes right to left and it has a dinner table plateau at the upper right corner. The seventh hole at 177 yards will test your nerve. It plays uphill to a very small green. The eighth hole measures 162 yards and offers an optical illusion that suggests it is uphill when it is really played along a level plane. The green is sprawling with many pin placements. You finish the front side of the 161-yard downhill ninth. Bunkers protect both sides of this green. We begin the back nine on the shortest hole on the golf course at 128 yards. It offers a benched green and trouble on both sides. The 11th stretches out to 240 yards. A slight draw is the favorite ball flight to this green. The 12th is a challenging 190 yards. Large boulders protrude from the green fronting pond. The green has some movement on it. The 13th reads 178 yards on the scorecard, but take a half a club more because the green works upward. A deep bunker grabs balls missed left. The 14th is a short hole of only 140 yards, but there's a lot going on. A classic strip bunker mirrors a large ledge outcrop on the left, while a deep pot bunker protects the right side. The 15th plays downhill to a tabletop green. Mishit shots may get unfortunate kicks as the area drops off around the green. 16 is a challenging hole playing over 200 yards. Fly the ball to the green as danger surrounds this large putting surface. The 17th is set in a natural meadow. The green is large and plays a little uphill. The 18th is a fun birdie hole and a great way to finish your match. The green is narrow and measures 130 feet from front to back. So that is it from the preserve. But oh, wait a minute. You say the match is tied? Well, the playoff hole is situated next to the clubhouse, and it is our favorite hole on the golf course. It plays about 160 yards downhill over a pond fronting the green. This playoff hole ensures that your matches will never be tied when you play at the Preserve.
Well, thanks for joining us as we visited the unique four-season club, the Preserve. Remember, you can follow Golf Destination 24/7 on our social media at Golf Destination, and you can also watch our past shows on our YouTube channel. We hope you enjoyed our tour of the Preserve, and we look forward to seeing you next time. I'm Meredith Gorman for Golf Destination.
Golf Destination is brought to you in part by Goslings of Bermuda, the taste of Bermuda. The Preserve, New England's only four-season sporting community. Avidia Bank. Delta, keep climbing. Presented by Sociable.